That everybody's running for their dreams, but they're slowing me down. They're taking our time. They're taking our time. They're gonna use you up in time. So now you've got to dream loud. Who do you want to be?
Trust me, gay is in, gay is hot. I want some gay it's gonna be.
Gay it's gonna be, everybody, because that's me. I wanted to talk about a couple of things. Well, first we did a little rearranging, moved a few things to make it easier on my vision. I have no idea. So it is actually much better on my vision. We'll pop up comments as they come, but today is going to be a little different. Yes, chat rules, no hate speech, derogatory remarks, or spamming, no debates or fighting. Please be kind, respect for your hosts, guest mods, streamers, and even though today is going to be a very serious day, your Pokemon cards. Trigger warning, highly sensitive topics will be discussed. It may be triggering for some individuals. It's okay to step away. Please remember to take care of yourself and buy a rock star. So someone asked me what the F-Sciento movement means to me. Not only as a person, but as a second generation that went through quite a bit. For me, the F-Sciento, whether it be Pearl, whether it be Jessica Pomadessa, whether it be Serge Delmar, whether it be Michael, whether it be Aja, whether it be DOA, they've gotten me closer and more attention drawn to help get my dad out, to help get the justice for what I went through as a kid. They've gotten me closer to getting my dad. And just in little moments and little movements and little here's and there's. But they've also helped me to realize, in my friendship with Pearl, with Alicia, with all of you, it's helped me to realize that I still have not addressed quite a bit of my childhood. And because of things in my childhood affecting me, I do make mistakes. I am also autistic, in case any of you didn't know. Now you know. I have a hard time grasping sarcasm, as in I don't understand it at all. But I smile and pretend that everything makes sense. It also means that because of my, issue in my head, which makes me who I am, I put my trust in people very easily. Very, very easily. And then I hope that they're going to be the ones that save me. They're going to be the ones that stick around. It's that whole season, reason, and lifetime. I believed that quite a few people were always going to be my lifetime. And because of that, I got burned a lot. And then I make a mistake and I'm easily duped. Someone pretends that they know a way to get my dad out. I'm easily duped. I believe it because I'm not perfect. I'm still human, and I'm learning to be more and more human every day. But a lot of the things that has happened to me has made it impossible for me to understand what it's like to be normal.
There's no such thing as normal.
Or match an image that I had in my head. But I'm not perfect. Now, the image I had in my head is the people that were going to rescue me were going to be so kind, so sweet, never lie, never cheat, never steal, never betray. But then with therapy, and I mean therapy, good deprogramming therapy, a good person by my side to explain to me that that's not being human. Being human is accepting the faults and flaws of others and being able to move forward. Now, in my case, I get duped, so I have to learn to forgive those that are intentionally trying to dupe me. And so we let it go. You know, we let everything go along those ways, but still at the same time, how much do you have to let go before you realize that you're losing a lot of what you wanted your rescuer to be? And then I listen, and what I hear is Pearl Snappy screaming in my ear about, you're in a cult, you're a coffin dodger, you're child traffickers, you're molesters, you're abusers. And as a second gen, what does it mean to me? Honestly, from my first memory is getting yelled at because I snuck into Incom. That was my first memory, being told what a piece of garbage I was. How stupid do I have to be to know that this is a secure area? Not my fault that you guys left doors open. I got to feel what it was like to be punched. I got to feel what it was like to have your hand smacked against a metal bunk bed. There were times that if you hit someone while they're on a metal bunk bed, just pound on them, guess what? They're going to bounce with that, but they're going to feel that punch 10 times worse. And a lot of people didn't seem to understand that I needed saving. I needed my dad to save me. I needed my family to save me. I needed someone to save me. As the abuse got worse and worse and worse. And then we go from one abuser to two abusers, because then the person that is watching us, that is supposed to be our nanny, thinks it's fun to ask me to come into a room and then scream and hit me because I came into the room and the room was a room you weren't supposed to be in. But he got me quite a few times because for some reason I just couldn't learn from the first time he did it. You asked me to come somewhere and I started walking, and then it would happen again. I remember one time he punched me in the stomach so hard I thought he broke every bone in my body. I couldn't breathe. I felt like I couldn't catch my breath no matter what I did, and it felt like my chest was just drawn into my body. I told the adults, I told people, and I'm sorry if I'm not looking at the chat. I will get to the chat in just a second, I promise. I will get to all the starred comments. But I told adults, I told other Sea Org members, hey, this is what's happening to us kids here. Hey, this is what's happening to me. You get handed a pair of sunglasses and told, cover up that black eye. You get handed another pair of sunglasses, cover up both those black eyes. So you think that your life is going to just remain a human punching bag. And then you get out and you find out the world is just too strange for you. You don't fit in. Bad things happen to you and you just feel like you don't fit anywhere. Like you miss where it was, you knew that this is what was going to happen to you every single day. And you can take a punch. That's fine. Just keep punches you can take. You can take as many as you possibly can. But it honestly felt like I didn't fit. Then I get assaulted. And I remember the smell of the room. I remember the color of the couch. I remember how each piece of furniture was stationed in that room. And one of the worst days that ever happened to me happened. And then it became about trying to get justice, but feeling like justice was just too far out of reach. Because then if you get justice, then you can be tied to this person for the rest of your life. So how is that justice? This person could get custody. So then I get talked into maybe we'll try an adoption. We'll do an open adoption so that way you get to meet your child in the future. Yes, it was a Scientologist. That's who I knew. Those are people and families that I associated with. And then after the adoption, I stayed there for a little bit. But if a baby passed by, it broke my heart. I suddenly, and I'm 16. So not an age where I should have had to be dealing with anything. And every time you hear the sound of someone crying, you're just instantly back there in that moment. But then they don't tell you just how much it actually hurts when you walk away. So that's another void or place that you needed help, but nobody would help you. So it feels hopeless again. So I rejoined the Sea Org because I thought, I can clear the planet of all of the bad people. And maybe feel safe again. Maybe feel justice for knowing what it's like to be pushed into a fireplace. To know what it's like when phone cords are wrapped in duct tape. To tell your friends that you wear sweatshirts to cover up the tattoos when really it's to cover up the scars that haven't been covered up yet. And so you take it and you smile and you know that everything's going to be better. I joined the Sea Org with the thought of clearing the planet, but instead it became a demise of my soul and my heart. What I believed Scientology was growing up was just abuse, but it's only because parents didn't know. It's only because the parents didn't know. They knew. And when you join the Sea Org and staff, you find out that they knew. Because guess what? Everybody talks about everybody else's drama. Oh, did you hear what this was going on in this division? Oh my goodness, this is what's going on. Did you know that person was doing this, 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 and this? And they talk about it. And so as a child, once you join, that all those horrible things that happened to you, everybody gossiped about it. So were you water cooler talk? Because nobody came to your aid. Nobody said this wasn't okay. Hell, even the people that sat there and gossiped about it, you knew that they didn't do anything to say, hey, this isn't okay to happen to another human being. So what does it mean to me? I worked with celebrities. I learned security. I had to treat people like they were utter garbage. And then I had to go try to recruit people and tell them that it was magical and amazing. And you get to live with these great people and you get to sit there and you get to go to course and you get to free. Look at this bag of bullshit that I'm selling to all of these people, telling them, hey, please join the Sea Org. Please join the Sea Org. Hey, let me just talk to you. Let me talk to you. And now look at me. I'm watching these people do the same thing that I did. And I believed that wholeheartedly, even though I knew that shit was going wrong and horrible things were happening to me. But as long as it was only happening to me, then it didn't matter. And now I know that it was happening to hundreds of kids, whether it was physical, whether it was emotional. Hundreds of kids. And guess what? Each and every one of us is still learning how to function in the real world. I'm still learning that I can be used, and people pretended that they were my friend, and really they didn't want to be my friend. They just wanted to get gossip and get me to confirm things. And then turn around to find the people that I thought were safe and warm, and they were the place that I was going to be, suddenly are now an echo. And I don't understand why. Because I didn't do anything but expose what had happened. But then I did betray someone, you know, when I didn't admit it much sooner. I got duped by a person, and I was ashamed that I got duped by another person in the world. And I turn around, and then I'm trying to be the person I want to be. I want to be the person that I dreamed about. You know, when you're a kid, when you're getting hit, you dream about what the person looks like that's going to stand up and say, stop.
And of course,
the puppies come in. But it's, you dream of that. You dream of, are they going to be tall? Are they going to be smart? Are they going to be funny? Are they going to tell me that they got me and give me the biggest grandma hug you've ever thought?
No. They're going to be 5'4".
You're going to
give you a koala hug.
You're going to give me a koala hug. My savior turned out to be the love of my life. And the love of my life and I, are still learning. And there's times that she has to learn that I mess up, and then I have to learn that messing up is okay, but going backwards is not. Going backwards is not okay. And so all we can do is move forward, everybody. I don't have a time machine. I can't take each and every one of you guys back with me, so that way we can say, I can rescue Laura. Like, if I could go back in time, I'd rescue Laura. I'd rescue Jenna. I'd grab Miriam. Take us to the Bahamas, where we could have lived a great magical life. Grab Serge, grab Nora, grab all of us, and take us to a much better place, so that we didn't have the memories that we have. To know what it feels like to have a dictionary break your nose, the sound that permeates through your face and your ears when that crunch happens. Nobody should know that. They're just puppies, guys. But nobody should know that. Nobody should know what it feels like to be hungry. And I realized that hunger isn't just inside Scientology. Being hungry is outside Scientology too. And I don't understand why we don't help as many people as we can. And watching DOA feed hungry people, like, think about it. If you're on decks walking by and you're starving and someone's just like, here's a sandwich. No matter the circumstance or situation, you can't even say that this wasn't an amazing thing that DOA started. So if a hungry Sea Org member or a hungry kid, Sea Org members aren't allowed to have kids anymore. So you're not going to find, Sea Org members' children being treated like garbage. But instead, you're going to have other kids being treated like this is the way that you should behave. And then you're going to join Scientology. You're going to be forced to have an abortion. You're going to be forced to dig ditches. You're going to be forced to say goodbye to your family. Or that will be you on deck, starving. I promise that no matter where you are and which location, we need to do better. And you know what? There's going to be times that we fall. There's going to be times that we have moments. But the trick about it is I trust Pearl Snappy with my life. I trust Alicia with my life. I would trust Carrie and Summer and Mandy with my life. With Dr. Heather, she has become one of my dearest friends, and hearing her giggle makes my day. I talked to Freezinu Project, and we have a connection like he's my brother. Pearl's like my identical sister. She just didn't have my childhood. But I'm so grateful for her because I never had someone like her growing up. I never did. I was not a good person. I was easily duped, and then I would start acting like that person because I thought that's how you had to act to be on the outside. And then, my moral compass veered because I couldn't make friends, and then I couldn't understand them, and then I'd pretend to understand, and I'd get duped very easily. I have a colon. People might have joke of it. I can't do a lot of things, but I can tell you that I can't be where there's not a bathroom because of things that have happened to me. And I can tell you that eventually I'm going to get my dad. And that's going to be with Pearl's help. That's going to be with Summer's help. That's going to be with Mandy, with Carrie standing beside me. We're going to have our vengeance. Miriam's going to have our vengeance. No kid is going to know what it feels like to be inside those walls. Nobody's going to know what it feels like to have to study a course manual to get the love and affection of your family. Nobody's going to know what that feels like because they're going to know what it is that will really happen to them. The real information of what happens to the children. Holding cans, wondering why you're such a horrible person because your dad doesn't want to see you. Your mom telling you that on the divorce paperwork, your dad gave sole custody up to her, to then find out many years later that was a lie. So did my dad love me or not? Because they were never even married, so there was never divorce. My mom has been using a name that you could just, I guess, easily change in the past. So many things in this journey I've found out were not honest. But what's honest and what I know to be honest is the friends and family that I've made here. The people listening to the story of what happened to us and really understanding that we just wanted someone that looked or gave us love to rescue us. And you're still rescuing each and every one of us. You're still, man, I had these shots. I'm not supposed to be emotional.
That's not true.
I'm not supposed to lose control. I guess it also helps me understand a lot about me when you take away the pain behind it and that chunk like sits on your chest. My childhood sucked. My childhood is what nightmares are made of. But it needs to come out some way, Liz, my sister. See, I can read it. But it's not about people's opinions and varying of opinions. It's literally about all of us standing up for what's right and standing up to close down this crappy cult, to close it down so that people don't have our childhood, so that kids don't hold cans, so that people understand that it's a cult. And those doors close and our parents come home. Our sisters, our brothers, our friends, and our family come home. Because right now, how it feels is I'm going to see my dad the way that I see Bam right now, in a box. That is how I feel right now. And I just want to get a hold of him, and I just want to see him, and I just want to spend time with him before he's in that box, because I just want to know him. I don't need a dad, but I at least need to know the missing pieces of my life. Do I want a dad? Yeah, I've wanted a family member. I've wanted each and every one of you. You know, the way that you will come in my chat and say, I love you. Your smile looks great. And not be like, you're ugly, you're dumb. Oh, you're not as smart as this relative of yours that took 4 years of German and can't say the alphabet. You know? Why did I focus on a lot? Because my picker was broken, like how my picker is with girls. That's how my picker supposedly was with family. If we could pick. But believing in something is something that has helped me because of all of you. Believing that even if we make mistakes, that makes us human. If you never made a mistake, then you wouldn't be human. But I can learn to make those mistakes and be better, be more educated. Because let's be realistic, inside Scientology, those kids aren't going to school. Because I didn't know how to read. I had to get a special tutor because I didn't know how to read. And that tutor saved my life. I still went back in, but at least I knew how to read. At least I knew some schooling. Not very much, but some. And then it turns out, you know, I thought I was so book smart. I just wasn't street smart. And so that's how I was able to get duped so many times by so many people and put myself in situations where I was going to be badly hurt. But I trust people. I do, and I'm probably still going to. And so sometimes I'm going to need you guys to tell me when that situation seems a little fishy. Or, hey, that sarcasm. I may need your help. I may reach out and say, hey, that's sarcasm. Because that's what happens to a lot of people inside. Is that a lot of things go misdiagnosed. A lot of medical conditions. Let's not even bring in mental health, because let's be realistic. They burned me at the stake for the mental health I've gotten, or the medications in my system. I'd be doing the Purif for the rest of my life. That's right. I'd smell like hot dog water.
Ew.
Well, that's what you sweat is hot. You know, is basically hot dog water.
Ew.
You know, because you've got so
Sorry.
much niacin, and that's what
Yeah.
you smell like. But I thought that was normal up until 4 years ago. And now, thanks to you, I believe that I can be better. I can be better. I can see better. And what happened to me as a kid, breaking my nose and feeling my teeth in my mouth, feeling like you can't breathe because the blood is filling up your nose. I shouldn't know. having a dentist pull your teeth because your 2 front teeth got broken backwards, but you were in shock. So let's go to a Scientologist dentist so they'll pull it with pliers. No, that's not going to give you a phobia of dentists for the rest of your life. You're also not going to be forced to sit in a root canal situation where you feel like your head's going to explode. And they tell you that you're just out ethics. And to do your lower conditions, okay, you do your lower conditions, it still hurts. And then they finally send you to the medical liaison officer, also known as the MLO for short. They take you to the dentist, and it's not a good dentist. It's a Scientology dentist. So you feel everything. I don't want people to feel everything. I don't want people to join the Sea Org. If I can keep people away from joining the Sea Org, that's what I'm going to do. And with the help of Pearl Snappy, Selfless Self, DOA, we're going to get the justice. People are going to be freed. And I finally have something to believe in, to stand up for, and to say, not another me. Now, I know that we could go on for hours. Let me try to grab some of these questions. And then these questions will probably pop up a lot more things because this is going to be a completely open area. So let's grab, holy crap, there's a lot of start. What, honey?
You don't have to do them all.
Okay. Jersey Jan 527. Question. Are you sure which base he's at right now? Well, as far as I know, again, I did the welfare checks and things like that. I did the adult protective services check. I did the social services check. He was at Gold Base. He was supposedly, now then they saw his driver's license, wouldn't let me see it. There's video cam or body cam of the officer, but wouldn't let me see it because it's an open investigation. I don't have any current pictures of my father, but as far as I know, I'm going to go off the fact that a lot of people have left since then and knew he was alive. And if he was alive then he couldn't have died. And you know what? I really believe that he, with 100% certainty, tried to escape and they found him and got him back. And so now I know he wants out. And before they dupe him into any more time, I want to get him out. And so Gold Base, Golden Era Productions. I'm not gay, but I'm here to stay. Will's Hoodie Pocket, thank you so very much. Okay. Oh. Doctor Who Heather, Liz, I'm so glad that I know you. I wish I could have made all the pain go away. But know now that I'm here, and I will do everything in my power to make sure that this will never happen to you again. I would hope, though. I would never let anything happen to you either. You were my family. You were my friends. You were the missing pieces to what I needed. What I yearned for. Fat Grammy, you know, I bet you're beautiful. You know you are love hugs, my friend. Thank you so much. Liz, you shouldn't have to take a punch. I shouldn't. I shouldn't even know what it feels like. I should have roses and rainbows in my past. I should have, but I don't. But I do have a Nana. And she saved me a lot. Sophia, you deserve a childhood to be cherished as yourself. I hope so. Can you just pick them on me?
No.
Perth Scientology audit. So much harm done to a neurodivergent in Scientology makes me sick. Why are religions allowed to get away with illegal stuff? Because we're too scared to come out. A lot of us were too scared because we were scared of the repercussions of what we would lose. I lost a dear friend who, what?
Your best
I lost a girl that was my best friend since 3. And even though she knew certain things had happened to me and she knew I was a homosexual, she had my back until one day she just didn't. And that was primarily because she found out that I was going to see a mental health specialist because I wanted to be better. So, yeah. Mary, someday I'm going to meet you and hug you so tight. I wish I could make it all better. You guys are making it better. Because now I know what a future holds. And it's nothing like the past. I know that I'm not being used. I'm being loved. The right way. And that's how I know. Lori plays, Liz, you are such a gentle and sweet soul. I tried to be. Because let's be realistic. There's enough evil in this world. We've all experienced some form of evil, whether it be at the hands of someone being physically, emotionally abusive, whether it be a friend pretending they're being your friend and then stabbing you in the back, or a sibling stabbing you in the back, or saying they love you and then saying they don't love you in the same breath just to hurt you. We've all been there. Bad stuff happens, but if we could be good, if we can be the kindness that we always dreamed about, then that's what's going to bring down Scientology. To be what we wanted, what we needed. And be that for each other. And be that for everyone inside. They're in a cult and they just need to be woken up. Perth, same, Mandy. I'm so glad I caught this live because I can relate so hard. It's hard. It sucks when people can relate. Olive Joe's, I'm so sorry you went through this. You deserve better. You deserve better. Thank you so very much. Doctor Who, Heather, Liz, you deserve grace from others and from yourself. You're beautiful inside and out. I hope so. I'm a work in progress, as my therapist says. Carrie says 1 step at a time. I say 1 minute at a time. But it's a process. Well, Carrie also says it's a process too, because she won't let me give up on therapy, and I'll never give up on therapy. I'm not taking a chance on going back to crazy town, guys. We're going to do everything we can to stay out of crazy town and get as much people out as possible.
If you need to go to crazy town, it's okay.
But if we need to go to crazy town, we're going to process the truth. We're going to process what it felt like. We're going to process that kids were not always fed if their parents were in trouble. We're going to process that sometimes we snack on food because we're not hungry, but just because we don't know if we're going to see it again. And we still do that as an adult.
I've never paid attention to that, but you do.
Yep.
Like it never clicked. Okay.
You hear a lot of the large jokes, but they don't know what it's like to feel like skin and bone. You don't know what it feels like to feel like you're going to die because you're so hungry. Your stomach hurts. Your throat feels like the Mojave Desert. And then you get some water and it burns. I sat in a garage 114-degree weather day, being told I had to be in jeans and a sweatshirt. I threw up on myself, and I was told to continue digging and continue digging. And I did. And because of that, I dream about digging. And I'm hoping that, what's been happening is I haven't had those dreams. I haven't remembered a single fucking dream. And you know what? I'd rather not have those dreams. Let me have the memories and let them stay in the past. But now let's work together. Let's work together to get those people out to keep screaming at orgs, to keep screaming stories, to keep letting people know what happened to us. You've always been generous. I hope so. I want to help every channel grow and everybody scream Scientology sucks. Doctor Who Heather, save Bob Ferris. Yes. I think I'm losing my voice, honey.
It's okay.
Definitely got the drippers. Care for JC. Your childhood sucks, but you don't. Oh, thank you. I would make a dirty joke out of that, but I think that was a very serious comment. Angela Keith, you're human, not a robot. No one is perfect, ever. You're a good person who had a lot of bad things done to you. I love and pray for you every day. Thank you. I don't know how to pray because, usually when I pray, it fails. Prayer is like a wish that you put into the atmosphere. And, unfortunately, I grew up in a cult, and it's hard for me to believe in science, things. If I can't touch it, see it, feel it. But maybe it's because I just don't understand how to feel it. Perth. Yep, knowing struggles about abuses helps with forgiveness, but it doesn't help with the pain. You think you can only love, and you didn't get from within others you have been through similar. Yeah. Windy City Thetan Watch. You left Scientology. You get to have emotions now. Yes, I do. I get to cry a lot. I get to talk to a therapist and cry a lot. I get to not understand sarcasm and think that maybe someone doesn't want me around anymore. But that was really a comment that they had made about not wanting to watch TV with me at the moment. Deprogramming. Amazing. Woo! But I'm working on it. Julie, I know we don't know each other personally, but I care about you so much. Julie, as much as Summer has told me about you, I know everything, but your bra size and what you brush your teeth with. I don't know. It was all I could think about.
Are you thinking about my boobs right now?
Yes.
Okay.
Shelby Abaras, I watch you a lot. I never say anything, but you're loved and need a big hug. I wish I was there to give you one. You're an awesome person. I'm trying to be. I will fail at times, but I am trying to be a better person. I'm trying to be the person that I need to be, the person that I needed. And the person that I needed was to show love. And so that's what I'm going to do. Is I'm going to continue showing love and continue showing up for my dad and continue showing up for Pearl and continue until the second gens have their vengeance, until we have our justice, until we have no more kids remembering what it was like to feel like this, remembering what it was like to be a human punching bag and to go hungry and to dig your own grave. Nobody should feel like that. Jen Nelson, I'm not an echo. In it. Oh, I get it. Saul Goodman, no more kids in Scientology. That's right. Because if we keep people out, then people won't have this, you know, and then people will have the justice that we needed. You know, it's like
Sorry.
being stuck on a bridge. And no, I don't mean the bridge to total freedom. You're stuck on a bridge, and the past is Scientology, which is your foundation of where you started. But ahead is all of you. And each and every one of you will help us clear the bridge, the correct bridge. Because our foundation is crumbling in the back from what we all had to go through, what we all endured, and thought we were the only ones experiencing it. Vicky, you're a phoenix. Abs are.
You are a phoenix
as you are rising from the ashes of your past. Bless you, Carrie.
Thank you.
Thank you. I think praying is different for everyone. Just think of things sending positive vibes your way. Don't let the word pray stress you out and make you feel uncomfortable. Okay. For immediate help with mental health, crisis, suicide, contact the National Suicide Prevention Line. You can also call 988. If it turns out to be a joke, please remember, you know, mental health is real, guys. Mental health is absolutely real. When I found out that what I came from was a cult, I could not put the pieces of 2 and 2 together. When I found out that I wasn't the only one that endured physical and emotional pain, that broke a piece of me. For so long, I said, no matter what, as long as it was only me, I'm okay with what happened. But I wasn't the only one. I wasn't the only kid, the only second gen, the only third gen, the only person that had been tricked into this horrible situation. We were born to these people. We did not select them. We did not choose them. We were born to them.
You didn't choose to be indoctrinated.
I didn't choose to grow up in a cult. I chose to make you guys my friends and family. Welcome to the Pokeball. You got gifted membership. Please thank the person. Oh. Ann Castillo's gifted 10 family memberships. Thank you so very much, Ann. Thank you for sharing the love. Thank you so very much. I appreciate you, Ann. More than you know. Vicky, you survived. You were strong and you were loved. I'm working on that. Working on it really hard.
Well, you are loved.
But I am loved. And I get to talk to these amazing people all the time. And I get to talk to my therapist. You know, I get to have boobies flashed at me. Get the hearts thrown at me. I'm waiting for Carrie to throw some boobs, but I don't think she's going to. But I found happiness. Took me a shot to get me the rest of the way, but I'm still learning and I'm still trying and I'm still working at it. Nobody's ever going to be perfect. I live in a glass house. I'm not throwing stones, but you know what? Nobody's ever going to be perfect. But we can learn from our mistakes because that's part of being human and not being brought up in a cult. I will not disconnect from someone because they make a mistake.
Same.
I will not hold a grudge and belittle someone, nor will I tolerate someone belittling someone else. It's easy to be, it's Bob Conrad. We never ends, fight for your younger self. And these are going through hells. Yeah, absolutely. Each and every single one of you guys does. Welcome to the Pokeball. You got gifted membership. Please say thank you to the person. Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
I didn't even touch anything there. I didn't.
That was weird.
Okay, now my computer's possessed. I've exorcised the demon. This house is clear. Misfit 76. I grew up with my family flash truckers as we traveled.
Hell yeah!
That's amazing. I like to moon people now because it was considered very out second dynamic if you did anything like showing your body off. So I really like to moon people. It's my jam. I do. I pulled a savage. That's awesome. Did you block yourself again? Oh, that's what that glitch was in the computer?
Oh, it was her.
Dang, kicked me off my own damn stream.
Who's your favorite Pokemon?
Who's my favorite? Mewtwo. Mewtwo will always be my favorite Pokemon. Mewtwo because was raised in a lab and has a hard time connecting with people. Hint, 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 hint. Dip me in glitter. We never ends, fight hard. I'm working on it. I'm working on standing up for myself. I'm working on it. I'm still in therapy, guys. Psychic on the rocks. I've been wanting to moon someone for years. Never done it.
It's
Beautiful. You just go, boom. I would do it here, except I am not trying to get completely kicked off where I can't tell my story or tell anybody, my dad. No. YouTube would then say, canceled. Canceled. Check. Gay. Canceled. Sophia, those tatas are annoying enough. I need to have some fun with them at least.
I agree.
Agreed. McRumble on. Laugh, 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 laugh. That is how it is supposed to be. Julie Markham, I hate wearing bras. So if I flash someone, they'll see both lethal weapons and their full glory. Okay. Now that's what I'm talking about. Being human and just going for it.
That's funny.
Oh my God, Summer, Dr. Heather, Mandy, you're taking the mod memes to a fun and new level. Yes, and don't forget the mod merch. Don't forget the mod merch. This goes to them. This is specifically for them. So anything mod related to them, and if you like the new merch, thank the amazing, amazing Dr. Who Heather, who, if I give an idea, she pulls miracles out of her ass, guys. That was a little creepy that dog hair just flew up. I'm just saying.
Nobody noticed but you. But
I totally did because I saw that dog hair and I'm like, what the Anyway, she pulls these amazing designs out of everywhere. She pulled the new intro and now I'm official. I've got an intro that is me. That's just amazing. So yeah, she is my friend. Summer, did Mandy tell you I pulled a savage on my own channel today? Oh, do tell. Will's hoodie pocket. If I mooned someone, they would go blind. Obviously you have not seen that I am fair. My lineage is Irish and Spaniard. If
You're white.
I'm white.
You are see-through, babe.
Like I'm damn near, if it wasn't for tattoos,
Just don't
I
ever
would
tell
be.
anybody about the time I asked if I was darker than you.
Okay, so one time she asked if she was darker than me because
I said don't.
I was super red and she was like, I
was
just got
tan.
tan. Woohoo! Tan. Maybe she had too much of the truly good times. But she put her tanned arm up to my tattooed arm and said,
I'm darker than you.
I'm not darker than you. She goes, I'm not darker than you. And I'm looking at my tattooed arm and I'm like, between the tattoo is still white. But okay. We'll say red in a maybe. but there's no color like that on my arm except the tattoo. And so when she said I won, I was like, it's time to go bed. It's time to go bed.
Because I tan.
Because she was very tan and I'm just tattooed. So no.
That was a good day.
That was a very good day. No! That's right. All right. I think Kate D, everyone, thank you so very much for showing up. And thank you for all of your questions and concerns. But thank you to each and every one of you that is here to support no more Scientologists being inside. My lineage is Irish, so I too need 3 layers of sunscreen to go outside. I require, and here's the kicker, guys. Here's the kicker. So not only am I deathly allergic to shellfish, sunscreen I'm allergic to.
Yep.
I have to use mineral sunscreen.
You're welcome.
Because, oh yeah, I will have a bad rash over my entire body.
And it's worse than a sun's. I mean,
It hurts worse. It hurts a lot worse. So it's definitely one of those things. Oh, we got Moon and Flash by North Sea. Lady gets out topless, slowly changes clothes, fully nude in front of everyone. That's brave even for Germans. We should only be using mineral sunscreen because it can give you, wait a minute, it can give, what? Mineral sunscreen because it can give you cancer.
Regular sunscreen.
Oh, okay. I'm like, one more thing? Like, let's be realistic, guys. Here's my path. Here's the choices and options that I have. On my dad's side, on my dad's lineage, I'm going to have brain cancer or MS. Those are the 2 options. Okay. On my mom's side, I either got lung cancer or colon cancer.
Which you already have.
Or you get hit by a car. Like, those are the ways
Skin
that...
cancer.
Well, yeah, my mom's had more skin cancer than anything and been all carved up. So those are the paths that I have. So I definitely have cancer in my lineage. Have I already had it before? Yes. That is why I have half a colon. And I get the regular checkups because, yeah, it's so much fun. Got to get those
As you
exams.
More rock star.
Yeah, I'm thirsty.
It's all right.
But yeah, I have those exams regularly. I get a scope up the butt and yay.
Oh my God.
Just saying, everybody. And Liz, you're exactly like my teen bestie. You don't have a tan. You just shades of red burnt. Yeah, exactly. Shades of red burnt. Absolutely. I will tell you today, though, on the live earlier, thank you everyone for joining. For the people that are new to channeling, to the people that are my mods and amazing. But thank you everyone for coming in and showing love. For coming in and explaining what makes you follow Scientology, what makes you follow this anti-Scientology movement. And what keeps us so strong. Because what keeps us so strong is you. Because you stand up for us when we couldn't stand up for ourselves. And you give us the courage and the strength to know that we can stand up for others. Because we can be what we always needed. And you guys help each and every single one of us who's gone through hell. And is just trying to get their parent. And is just trying to get their friend. Is just trying to get their family member. We just want to let everybody know what happened inside. And we want to help people get out. And do everything that we possibly can to get them out. There's 2 foundations. Everyone just show the love so that we can all do this. There doesn't have to be a divide. It can literally just be that simple. Who cares which one gets them out as long as they get out, as long as they're free. You know, there doesn't need to be any kind of divide. Yeah, I see it. Boom, smash that like button and flash the subscribe. Or you can moon the subscribe, whatever floats your boat. Vicky, Liz, you are bearing your soul and being honest with the community. That it's keeping us here with you. Well, thank you so much. Because if I'm not honest, then I'm not being really me. And if I'm not being really me, neurospicy. What is
I love
neurospicy?
neurospicy.
Oh, okay. Do I have to look up another word when we're done?
No, baby, I'll explain it later.
Okay. But, you know, we all needed a family. Some of us never had the Thanksgiving place to go. Some of us did it with just our mom. And that was it. And it's nice to feel like I have a place at people's tables. It's nice to feel like they would come and have dinner at my place. Because Pearl, I'm expecting you to come visit Smoky Pearl. I don't know if you're in here, but I'm expecting you to come visit Smoky Pearl. Sophia, at least this family isn't as dysfunctional as my genetic one. That's something. Mine too.
So much truth.
Mine too. Mine too. Yep. Someone just dropped the truth bomb. Oh, I don't know where I put the mic because we had to move a few things. Oh.
It's around.
It's around. I'll throw the mic down somewhere. We're gonna drop some allergy pills as a mic. That's all I had around me. Comment, neurospicy came because people say, oh, he only has mild autism. Oh, okay. I get that. Let's check out LMNT Electrolyte. They have plenty of good flavors, no sugars, gluten-free, and vegan. Oh, it changed my digestive life. Well, so far, I've been doing the Bam Bam every single day. The Bam Bam every single day. So again, to the person that sent me the exact specific instructions, I love you. And it's definitely made a good impact on my stomach. No one is a little autistic. Oh, okay. You're just... Julie Markham, you and Carrie always have a seat at our house. Well, thank you. Thank you. Yep, my Venmo popped up. I'm definitely, my goal right now, guys, is to keep filling you in on my past. The more, the merrier. To explain in more detail what it was like to be a 3-year-old being thrown around. To explain what it was like to be shoved into a course room. As fast, not as fast as I can, but explain it to you in a way that actually makes sense in my head. So that way it doesn't open too many wounds at once. I also am here to explain that I had gotten a gnarly drug habit off of the cocaine because of a celebrity from inside Scientology. Now, I personally had some massive issues with that because of, said person that I had met while I was in. Said person also became like my connection once I was out. But we'll go over all those details because if people want to say that there's no drugs inside Scientology,
they're full of shit.
They are, because a lot of the celebrities were doing them. I saw quite a few celebrities, but one particularly used to always say that they were clean, and they were not. And they definitely wanted me to try, and I tried, and I lost weight. I lost weight in a day.
You never know.
And I not only lost weight, I was numb. I didn't feel any emotions, and everything that was happening to me on a daily basis, any bit of broken emotion, any bit of feeling alone was gone. And it went from a small drug habit to a very powerful drug habit quickly, where I had to go to rehab.
Not just rehab.
Narc-anon. Yep, Narc-anon. Because I was a good little Scientologist by now. Not only was I paying off a freeloader debt, I now... Well, I'm now going over every bit of information, because in order to learn, I've got to explain why my habit started. And I'm not proud of being an addict, and I'm gonna try to explain it the best way I can with still being very somber in myself. But I went from someone telling me to try to bump to 3 8-balls a day. And that is how I came by being numb. I went to Narcanon, where I did the programs. I did my Purif. I was doing my, all my rundowns, and my dealer friend brought me 2 little grams because nobody showed up on family day. And so then I had to stay in there a lot longer. Then I found out that a lot of the drugs that the people were using in there, they were getting from the people that were actually, supposed to be running the place. So then I found out that I went to a place that doesn't give a shit if you are clean, doesn't give a shit if you die. They gave drugs to the people in there. I watched 2 girls OD from it, and it didn't even matter.
While you were inside?
Yeah.
Fuck.
And it led me not to trust a lot of people, or at least so I thought. But then I still found myself trusting everyone, and then getting burned left, right, forward, and center. So we will go over that. We're going baby steps, because right now that is why I'm clean. I would have many more years, but unfortunately, I should be sober over 20 years. But I wasn't. Because unfortunately, I've felt overwhelmed at times, and felt like I could just try a little bit. It'll be fine because I'm clean now. I can try a little bit. It just feel numb just once. And then I got to start over. But now I'm sticking to it. I am sticking to it. I am 4 years heavy narcotic. I'm California sober.
No.
But
You're 3.5 years.
3.5 years. I'm sorry. It's almost 4 years. Almost 4. My bad. I do apologize.
No, I just remember because it was 6 months.
Yeah. Into our relationship. Yeah. And then I'm working on it one day at a time. And I am 2 years alcohol free of any drops. Like, I don't sip it. I won't taste it. I won't. Like, I'll smell it, only not to get high or just miss it. Be like, is this grape juice or is this wine? Nope. It's not grape juice.
Even the barbecue sauce, you wouldn't taste.
There was
so cute.
There was a new barbecue guy at a barbecue bourbon, a pineapple bourbon. Yeah. Barbecue sauce. And it was supposed to be like the most beautiful stuff this guy had ever smoked with. It was amazing. It tasted great. But he said bourbon, and I'm like, no, I'm not tasting it. I don't even want it. No. The alcohol's cooked off. Nope. No, thank you. It's got the word in it. We're good. Because that's how ugly I got. I just don't want to touch it at all. I thought I tried once to have a mocktail. I think that's what they're called. Yeah. Mocktails. And I couldn't. I just watched it, get warm. And how absolutely wonderful it is that you have chosen those years behind you. Oh, hell yes. So proud of you. Thank you so very much. But I'll tell you, I've made mistakes. I've done my fair share of not being a good person. Vicky, drug addiction runs in my family. You aren't alone. But you are strong because you want to be clean. I want to be clean. And there are times that, emotionally it gets rough.
Even in the last year.
Even in this last year, it's been rough a couple times. There's been some times that, okay, here's a trick. Every time I've asked someone to stand with me as I get married, which is supposed to be this like big thing, right? They stand next to you when you get married. You remember this moment, and then you think about it for years. First one was sleeping with my wife when her and I got married. She was standing next to me and didn't say a bloody word while she was sleeping with my wife. Second one. Guess that makes me the gullible one. I didn't see it. Second one, started sleeping with her best friend. And then moved all my stuff out and her stuff out while I was at work. And now she's a bitch and a nightmare of a person to find. So we do everything we can. I'm just very gullible. And I believe people very easily. And now I want to be different. And I need you guys to help. If you see me slipping in an unhealthy manner, you got to tell me. If you see someone saying sarcasm, there's a good chance I'm not going to understand it and it's going to confuse me. And I still need to learn. I need to learn that the therapy that I'm working so hard at is still doing its amazing process. I still need to learn. So smash the like, hit subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe to our amazing mods. They do amazing things. They do amazing things for all of us. I'll be ordering the musical people's information pretty quickly, so that way they can get their stuff. I know what the mods want. Well, some of the mods have told me what they want for their merch. But thank you for being my family. Thank you for being my friends. Pearl opened her house up to me, and I've never felt safer. I slept on a couch. No, not like that, honey.
Oh, I was like,
Not like that. Like at a stranger's house.
No, I get it.
Like sleeping for the first time. Because Pearl and I had never met, and I have nightmares of couches. And so I felt safe. I had Alicia there. I had Lara there. I felt safe. And sometimes that's hard for me. And so thank you, EA, for helping me feel safe. Thank you, Pearl. Thank you, Selfless. Thank you, Nancy Drew. Thank you, DOA. Thank you to those that I have met that help me feel safe. Thank you so much. Thank you for being you and showing me what it was like to be human and what it's like to learn and forgive. So there's only one starred comment left. Perth is Scientology. Being an addict doesn't make you a bad person. Usually a reason behind it. Yeah, I gave up a kid. You don't realize how much that actually hurts. Get tortured for a little bit and throw your moral compass out the window. You'll need something to numb the pain. You always have my support. Thank you so very much, and you'll always have mine. So let's put this out, and I will talk to you guys again soon.
So now you've got to dream loud,